Okay, guys, so I did not watch all of Supergirl last night. I just saw bits and pieces from when I got home. I was out again because this is actually Thanksgiving in Canada, and some friends are by that I don't see very often, so I was hanging out with them. So sorry about that, but I did check out, I think, a very good handful of key things here. I want to get on to Dark Side first because I think that this is almost a necessary sequel to my last video. Well, not my last video, but the one on Dark Side. Okay, Gordon Godfrey is the villain in this episode, and if you know the comics, he is based on a character called Glorious Godfrey, and there's a variety of other names for him. Anyway, he's this character from Apocalypse, one of Darkseid's servants, and he's kind of used here. Like, okay, he's got the ability of persuasion, and here there's almost, and I mean almost, none of that. And that's what kind of gets me worried. Because what happens here is we find out that Gordon Godfrey is human, and that Darkseid, after he was found in the, after he came through the Crow's Nest, or the Book of Ra portal, he possessed Godfrey. Now, that makes me worried because A, it means that they are definitely ignoring at least one character from the Apocalypse mythology. And I don't know, it just kind of bugs me because they're saying that Darkseid came from this rip in the universe. He's pretty much like, yeah, like all we see really is this big black smoke thing. I think I saw bats flying out of him at some point. Um and yeah, like there's just a lot of him here that's just really weird, and like it was interesting to see him kind of look deep into Clark's soul and say like what he thought was evil about it. But that was like, okay, I don't understand where this is going. Well, yeah, I see where it's going, but I don't see where it's going in making the character Darkseid come to life. It really doesn't feel like Darkseid to me. It feels like a dark force, like they're calling it, but it doesn't feel like Darkseid to me. And this is technically Darkseid's first portrayal of season 10. So am I still worried? Yeah, I am still worried about Darkseid. What I want to go into now is because I did not see all of this episode. I saw bits of Kara. She's obviously taking the spotlight, and she's trying to teach Clark to fly. And we find out that Jor-El told her that she's supposed to take on Darkseid now, and he pretty much declares Clark, like he disowns Clark in this episode. Now we know that Jor-El is definitely going too far with this. I don't believe that this is like actually happening. I almost, yeah, there are people theorizing that Darkseid corrupted the fortress and it's not really Jor-El talking. Believe me, I'd love to believe that, but somehow I don't think that they're going to have that kind of reveal. I just don't know. I just don't think that's the issue here. I think it's just they're writing Jor-El as a much harsher father now. I don't know why. I guess it's to kind of have to sort of have Clark this give Clark this sort of moral wall, I guess, to keep him from breaking into like arrogance and stuff like that, because that's the goal of this season, to clean out Clark's arrogance and his dark thoughts and I guess like urge to kill. So yeah, I think that there is something I think that the writers need to start reevaluating Jor-El, because Jor-El has many times in Smallville gone the extra mile for Clark because he's his son. Because he is his only son. Think about all that the guy has done for him. He's not going to just give up on him that easily. He just shuts the lights off in Lazarus and says, "Oh, now do you do what you want?" Are you friggin' serious? Like, if you really cared about Clark going rogue, then he would have, like, done some more precaution measures. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, so another thing that I think needs to be addressed here is that Oliver decides that he's going out with his identity. He goes and tells the press that he is the Green Arrow. And I think that that's an interesting take. I don't know. I'm pretty sure in the comics recently that Green Arrow let his identity slip to the public. Or he just let it out. So that's interesting. I think that it's definitely a new take on where we're going to go with this superhero mythology now. Because eventually Clark is going to sort of do the same thing. You know. So I don't know. As far as I can tell, that's all I really wanted to address with this episode. I know it's not a very detailed review, but you know, it's I think it's pretty good. There is this one thing from Shield that people wanted me to talk about Cat Grant, and what I thought of her. I know very barely scratching the surface of Cat Grant that she's a bit edgy. She's I don't know. I don't really know how to describe her personality except edgy. And really, this Cat Grant is nothing. Nothing. Except maybe blonde hair. Her comic book counterpart. She's very, I would say, bubbly here. She's got, stuffed animals in her car. She's going on about her granddaddy. And just all kinds of kind of cheesy, very girly crap. I don't think I have ever met a girl like Cat Grant who is so girly. I'm just saying, I don't think that I've ever seen a girl more kind of like that, like the feminine stereotype. So do I hate her? No, I think that it's interesting to see. They've kind of put her as an anti-Lois because really, she is an anti-Lois. This is the Bizarro Lois, people. So I think that's interesting for a comedic and a bit of a character-driven sense, to put Cat Grant in here, because there is stuff in here that I really wish I could have seen with her talking about her son, but I didn't get a chance to see it, so, oh well, I guess I buy Season 10 on DVD. So that's about it. My thoughts briefly on S.H.I.E.L.D. and Supergirl. Not a lot, but you have to go on with what you've been given, and I didn't see a lot of the episodes, but oh well. I'll hopefully be seeing Homecoming next week, but I don't know what my schedule is going to be like from there. So yeah, this is me. See you guys later, and a happy Canadian Thanksgiving.